Have you ever wondered how to know if a woman really loves you? Not that superficial passion full of empty promises, but a deep, present, and rare love. The truth is that the signs of true love are not obvious. And if you don't know how to see them, you may end up losing the woman who loved you the most in silence. Today, I'm going to show you 7 silent attitudes that a woman only has when she's deeply in love. And if you're wise, you'll stop chasing noise and start valuing what really matters. Do you already like this type of content? Like now and subscribe to show that you're ready to recognize real love. Part 1. The silence that loves. Respect without words, who know that woman who doesn't need immediate explanations, who doesn't panic when you're silent. She doesn't interpret your silence as rejection. She understands that sometimes a man needs to be quiet so he doesn't explode inside. She knows that your silence is not absence. It is not coldness. It is just the way you organize the world that lives inside you. Let me tell you a story. A man was going through one of the worst moments of his life. He didn't want to talk. He didn't want to go out. He didn't want to smile. His head was a whirlwind of thoughts, and he couldn't even put into words what he was feeling. Everyone around him insisted, "What's wrong? Why are you like that? Say something." And the more they asked, the more he closed himself off. But one woman did it differently. She didn't ask questions. She didn't pressure him. She approached him slowly, sat down next to him, and remained silent. She didn't need to say anything. She knew that the simple fact of being there, by his side, in peace, was already more powerful than 1,000 words spoken at the wrong time. She wasn't there out of vanity. She didn't want attention, explanations, or promises. She just wanted to be with him for real, the way he was, even in the midst of internal chaos. This is the woman who understands the male soul, who is not afraid of silence. She honors it, because she knows that often the deepest love is not spoken. It is felt. It is respected. It is shared in silence. And this type of woman is rare, because in a noisy world full of rush, neediness, and cries for attention, she chooses calm. She chooses space. She chooses you, even when you can't even choose the words. Part 2. The love that challenges you. She isn't afraid of your growth. There are women who just agree with everything. Even when you are wrong, she just smiles, nods, and says, "Okay." But the woman who truly loves doesn't do that. She is not afraid to contradict you. She is not afraid to tell you the truth. She knows that love is not about flattery. It is about growing together. This woman can tell when you are letting go of discipline, when you are procrastinating, sabotaging yourself, running away from your own greatness. And instead of staying silent or pretending not to see it, she looks you in the eye and says firmly, "You are below what you can be. Where is the man I know is inside you?" She does not criticize you for pleasure. She does not point out your flaws to put you down. She does this because she believes deeply in your potential. Let me tell you a story. He was giving up on everything. He had talent, he had vision, but he was stuck in self-sabotage. No one else said anything. They were tired. But she came close, crossed her arms, and said, "You may hate me now, but one day you will thank me for not letting you sink." And he stopped. For the first time in a long time, someone was not there to please. They were there to awaken. This woman is not controlling. She is an ally in your evolution. She challenges you because she loves you, not because she wants to be right. Real love is not staying silent when you are wrong. Real love is helping you grow, even if it hurts a little at first. And if you have a woman like this by your side, don't see it as confrontation. See it as a rare gift, someone who loves you for the man you are becoming, and not just for who you are today. Part 3. When it gets tough. She doesn't leave. There was a day when everything went wrong. You exploded, closed yourself off, maybe even said things you regret to this day. Anyone else would have packed her bags, blocked you, disappeared. But not her. She took a deep breath, wiped away her tears, and chose to continue. She didn't stay out of weakness. She stayed because she understood that true love is not only made of good times, but of a silent commitment to the other person's journey. She saw you weak, and yet she stood by your side with dignity. That is not found on every street corner. That is love with roots. Part 4. She doesn't distract you. She directs you. While many women want attention, she wants to see you reach your destination. She doesn't get hurt when you're focused, studying, working. On the contrary, she's proud. She understands that loving a man is also loving his mission. And when you talk about your dreams, she doesn't laugh, she doesn't diminish, she doesn't doubt. She listens, she cheers and asks, "What do you need to get there?" This type of woman isn't support. She's fuel. She doesn't drain your energy. She enhances your vision. Part 5. She speaks of you with honor, even when you're not there. Imagine a conversation in which you're not even present, and someone starts talking about you in a negative way. She could stay quiet. She could not get involved. But no. She looks straight ahead and says, "I know the man he is." You're wrong. She doesn't let herself be carried away by gossip. She doesn't allow her name to be tarnished, even when no one is there to hear. The love that speaks well of you without applause, without witnesses, is the kind of love that protects you even in the shadows. Part 6. She doesn't lose control when everything falls apart. Imagine the scene. You've lost your job, you're directionless, your head is full, and instead of drama, blackmail, or demands, she serves you a coffee, sits next to you, and says, "We'll get through this together." She doesn't yell, she doesn't despair, she doesn't become another problem. She becomes the solution. Even without having all the answers, she lends you the calm that you lack. She doesn't save you, she strengthens you. Loving in comfort is easy. Loving in pain is for women with strong souls. Part 7. She loves when no one is watching. While others are busy trying to show love in photos, she shows it in her daily life. She remembers your favorite snack. She listens to you with real attention. She notices details that you yourself have forgotten. She doesn't need an audience. She loves in the silence of routine, in small gestures, in genuine care, in absolute presence in banal moments. It is in these details that true love lives. Loving in private is for those who don't need to prove anything to the world. Bonus, she sees what no one sees and still chooses to stay. Do you know what few women can do? See your most hidden flaws and still love you. She has seen you fail. She has noticed your insecurity disguised as a joke. She has seen your pride trying to hide your weaknesses. She has seen your dark days when you didn't want to talk, and yet she stayed. She has already realized that you are not as strong as you seem, that sometimes you doubt yourself, that your anger is actually an unresolved fear. And yet, she embraced the imperfect man that you are and offered you a love that does not demand perfection from you, but challenges you to be better every day. She does not want the man you pretend to be to the world. She wants the man you are when you are lying down, staring at the ceiling, with a full mind and a confused heart. And that is when you realize she is not in love with a character. She loves the real you, raw, imperfect, human. And if even after seeing all of this, she still holds your hand, she will not let go. Real love is not the one that idealizes you. It is the one that sees you completely and still chooses to walk by your side. So take a good look at this woman, because if she saw your ugliest side and still decided to love you, she is not just a partner. She is a miracle in the form of a woman. Final part, how a man should react if you are listening to all this and thinking, wow, I think I once had a woman like that, and lost. Maybe now you understand why. You were blinded by distractions, vanity, or pride, and you let slip away the kind of woman that many dream of, but few deserve. But if you still have this woman around, don't test her love with games. Don't demand more than you give. Love like a man. Lead with firmness. Be grateful every day, because a love like that doesn't come back twice. Conclusion: if she respects your silence, challenges your growth, stays with you during difficult times, supports your mission, defends your name, is calm in times of crisis, and loves in anonymity, you have found what few will find. Comment, "I choose peace," if you value this kind of love. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Now click on the video on the screen. It will show you how to become a mentally untouchable man and prepared to experience a love like this.